Welcome to another run here on American Truck Simulator. Made some changes to the truck and switched up the trailer again. Went back to something we did before again. Yeah, made some major changes to the paint and everything. Changed out all my lights and all that kind of shit. So, no major issue there, but it just takes a while. But yeah, we're of course changed the lights to LEDs, green LEDs. So went back to that. Routed visors back to green. We've got a white with realistic flames. Got skulls on the fenders, and all that kind of stuff. It's not a perfect skin, but whatever. We got a green frame. Got our usual pinups on the back. So yeah, and then looks pretty decent. And then we got our Macsimizer dump here. Same thing, white and green metallics. Can't really see the metallics in the truck too much. It's kind of disappointing, but I guess it is what it is. But we're gonna get trucking here because we're gonna go pick up our load. I accidentally pushed the wrong button. Oh, the green metallics seem to be showing up at the steering wheel, so. Oh shit. I got you. I figured as much. But yeah, I decided to change out the paint and everything else because there was a shop nearby, so I figured what the hell. And then made sure the headlights were going to be green, stuff like that. Not a perfect skin, but I'm not a perfect skinner yet, so don't claim to be. But it is looking pretty sweet, so. Let's go in our cargo market here. we got a load of sand going from Los Angeles to Santa Maria. So, going to the BHP Billiton location up there. I thought about doing one of these other runs, but yeah, it's way too fucking long. Either they're too long or they're too fucking short, so I guess it is what it is. Get her loaded up here. Get to trucking.
Now you drive safe, okay?
Alright. So, what we got now is a load of sand weighing in at 43,542 pounds, heading to Santa Maria to the BHP Billiton location. Got plenty of time to make the run and all that kind of stuff. It's going to take us just about 4 hours to get there. So, we're going to get trucking here. Now I wanted to do a skin something similar to Electric G that Paulie had put out. And I don't know, didn't turn out too bad, I guess. I'm alright with it. Let's see. There's fuel up here ways. So let's see. Yep. We should be fine. We will go like this. There we go.
Let's do this. I gotta get home in time.
Because
Ready to turn right.
we should be alright. Hopefully.
Turn right.
But yeah, anyways, Happy New Year to y'all. So, it's, hopefully you're having a good New Year's, decent New Year's Eve, whatever the hell. So, yeah. Hopefully all that stuff is working good for you. Doing good. All that kind of stuff. While we play ATS. But you know,
Keep right. And then
one thing I guess, you know, the N14 seems to be a pretty popular engine here on ATS. It seems like a lot of people like running the N14, which, don't get me wrong, it's a decent engine and everything else. And I like running it, and it sounds good and everything else, but now it's, you know, I guess with this being an N14, I guess it would technically have been a glider kit at some point. Well, I mean, it could have been, but then again, you know, I've got it modeled to be an older truck, so I mean, it could have just been factory N14 at that point. But you know, the whole thing with glider kits, you know, it was a good idea. Newer truck, older powertrain, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the EPA put the kibosh on that because, you know, you can no longer get a glider kit anymore. So, kind of fucking sucks. I mean, the EPA is why we can't have nice things, and it's why we can't have glider kits anymore. So, yeah, it's a bunch of shit. Yeah, I can barely see any green in it, but yeah. Anyways, that's, you know, they pretty much ended it there. You can't have a glider kit no more. So. Which, don't get me wrong, I mean, I understand you shouldn't be like dumping shit in the fucking river and stuff like that as far as, you know, things go, but Jesus Christ, you know, there were so many issues with emissions equipment and things like that, that it just, to me, it's kind of an asshole move to just go ahead and fucking ban them. I mean, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like somebody's making money off the issue, so I don't know that it necessarily has to do with trying to protect the environment or just having your hands in greedy situations and stuff like that. I don't know. Who knows? It's kind of like the way it is with the stimulus checks. We're supposed to be getting you. Some people have already gotten theirs, but it's a situation where it's like, you know, instead of actually helping the American people, you're doing all this other dumb crap that's not really not necessary and all that kind of stuff. So I really don't know so much about it anymore. Popo got somebody pulled over on here. That's no bueno. And this fucking load is heavy as shit. And it's nice steep grade going up. Eef. Well, either get out of there or not. Well, yeah, it is kind of shitty now. You can't get a glider kit no more. I mean, that's all done and over with. So I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just kind of irritating because it's like when you find something that seems to be working and you can get by with certain things and get around certain things, and then they decide to change everything up again. So it is what it is. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things. It's just, it was working good for a lot of people, and instead of looking at it that way, I think that maybe it should have been. They just decided, whatever. We don't care. But I guess. About cream that dude. Oops. Well, anyways, so figured I'd change up the truck here a little bit, and well, at least the paint and stuff, and change up the trailer. I mean, we did a few reefer runs, so figure I'd do a little changing up here and all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, I'm not an expert skinner here. I haven't really been skinning all that super long, so yeah. But I will be putting this skin up there too, so you guys will be able to run this skin for Viper's Peak too if you'd like. So there you can see the green metallics in the steering wheel. So, I mean, in theory, it was supposed to look pretty damn nice, but just gonna keep on rolling here. Yeah, I'm not real sure. I mean, I guess we'll see what we get when we get there, but I'm not sure why we're trucking sand over to the refinery, but I guess I'm not real sure what they'd be using sand for. Unless we're talking actual well drilling or fracking, and then yes, sand does make a lot of sense. My brother used to work in the sand mine and stuff like that, and all the different regulations and everything else. And, people say, oh, fracking is, this bad thing and everything else. But, it is if the company is a reputable company and they're not sitting there trying to fucking cheat the system and fucking basically just, you know, dump oil and shit everywhere, I mean, you should be alright. But for me, I don't know. Fracking's never been some big, scary, bad thing that I've really been scared of. I think it's been, you know, pretty decent way of getting oil and shit, so I really don't know what some people's major issue is with it, but yeah, you know, you're going into different mines and things. There's all, like I've talked about it before, there's all different kinds of regulations and laws and rules and all these damn rules. Gotta have backup beeper on your truck and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's definitely when you're trucking into mines and things like that, it's definitely a different set of rules and different set of things and thinking here and stuff like that. So I think we might actually be coming into a mine, or so it would look. No, I think it might be a refinery again. Yep, refinery. Alright, let's see where they want this unit. No, this will be fun. Really, you fuckers? Wow. It's dark over here. Let's get our lights on. Now, I guess I'm not too sure about oil refineries or oil rigs or anything like that, on whether or not, yeah, see, now you can start seeing some of that metallic in there, whether or not you have to have certain equipment and certain things. I think you have to have like a spill cleanup kit, maybe, but I think that's if you're hauling tanker. I don't know if that's necessarily for going into refineries and shit. Let's see if we can do this first person. What do we do? Well, maybe let's straighten it up here. Oh, Jesus. Straighten her up just a touch. good enough for me. Yeah, fuck it. Good enough. Dude over here was no help at all. But yeah, this is actually a pretty similar situation to what my brother was working at Patterson. You got hauling in sand, and after they take it from the mine, load it up in these kind of trailers, take it over and load them right on those exact kind of rail cars. So yeah, I guess it does make sense. But you know, it is what it is. But anyways, so yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it for the run here. And like I said, you can start seeing a little bit of that green metallic in there. So anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up for the run here. Hope you guys have a good New Year's and all that kind of stuff, and we'll see you in the next run here.